桜テレビ
What you can see is that the states in the region have never been independent. Yeah,
That's a fact. Yeah.
never been independent, and to this day they're not independent. You tell me that even a nationalistic nation state like Egypt would accept the risk of, if it was just a nation state that was not Islamic, they didn't care about their brothers and sisters in Gaza, they just were looking for purely selfish nation state interests. Do you think they're going to accept the risk of 2 million refugees coming across the border without doing anything?
Of course not.
No nation state would do that. So this is proof that they're not independent. It's absolute proof that they are puppet states. So a secular state of Palestine, demographically represented, would just be another nation state, weak nation statelet in the region that is controlled by other people. It's hard to see the Zionists ever accepting that. They are so full of their own supremacy in the region. Yeah, it's hard to see that even accept a Lebanon type model. Yeah, where they have a share of different roles in the society. But that's why I don't think that would work, apart from the fact that it's not Sharia compliant. Yeah. So if you're talking about peace, if you're talking about people living together side by side, if you're talking about stopping the bloodshed, it's the only solution I can see. Yeah. And the other thing I'd say, which I have said many times before, is I actually don't think there would be much of a fight. All right. When people talk about, people have said to me, "Oh, so what, you're calling for a military intervention? Do you want a wider
World War III?
World War III, a wider escalation of the war?" Honestly speaking, I really don't believe there will be, because when you saw how many people were thinking of leaving after the 7th of October at the airports there.
Well, you said a bloody nose. You said that they received a bloody nose.
I did say that, and I believe that, because resistance, look, in that level of occupation, 16 years of living in internment in a camp, and seeing Palestinian people break out of that and show the fragility of this occupation, I think is a welcome bloody nose. All right, I'm not celebrating the killing of any civilian. I'm not celebrating the killing of any child or dishonoring of any woman. Yeah, if and it's a big if. Yeah, because
it's a justifiable if.
It's a justifiable
as
if.
As in what they're claiming is true.
Yeah, if what they're claiming is true,
remotely
no
true,
Muslim should defend that. Yeah, no Muslim should defend that. But the problem with, this is a slightly different subject, but the problem with Muslims condemning this is that condemnation is a political game. Every time a Muslim comes out and condemns something that actually happened or was said to have happened, it gives those bombers in Tel Aviv more legitimacy. Yep. Yeah, and everyone needs to see this. It's not a fair game. It's used as political ammunition against the Palestinian people, the people of Gaza. So it's not right. And in fact, it also diminishes what's been happening to them for 75 years. 16 years in Gaza, no clean water, no decent food, malnourished children, not allowed to go. You said, why are we talking about armies to Aqsa and not to Gaza? Aqsa is like an hour's drive away from Gaza. These 2 million people can't even go and pray in Al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Right? What kind of life are you saying is acceptable for them? What is a proportionate response for them to respond to that? You know, this guy Piers Morgan, he's always saying, "Oh, I don't know what the proportionate response for the Israelis to the 7th of October." Well, what's a proportionate response for 16 years of internment? What, you tell me what is a proportionate response? Sitting in the leafy suburbs of London, we're supposed to tell people what's a proportionate response for them. Yeah. On that day, me and most other Muslims, I think, will have got their news from social media footage, right? Something is happening in Gaza. They've broken out of 60 Palestinians, by the way, not any group, any one group or another.
Or fighters from another country.
Or fighters from another country or anything. Well,
these are Palestinians.
It's literally Palestinians. And we saw ordinary Gazans celebrating this, breaking out of this cage that they've been in for 16 years, right? We saw videos which have been distorted by the other side to show fighters saying in Arabic, "This is a woman, this is a child, this is a sick person in bed. our honor says we can't harm these people, and you see this twisted to like we're now going to kill these people, like as if that's what they did. Yeah. So when people ask you to condemn and why did you say this is a good thing and that, I think most people that saw this as a good thing are not seeing this as it's a good thing to kill civilians, because I don't think anyone is saying that or would say that. And if it did happen, they certainly won't condone that. Yeah. But they're also not going to go out of their way to say this is a bad thing, because they know how that is used and has been used against the people of Gaza as a justification for all that's happened to them since, and indeed in the West Bank now.